Hey everyone, thanks for watching this episode. Like last week's episode, there's some issues with the audio. Should have double checked, but for some reason, the second mic, the mic Cade is using this episode, didn't record any audio. So I've done what I can to try and recover what he's saying using anything that got picked up from my mic or Alicia's mic. Hopefully you can still enjoy this episode. I've done the best I can, so please enjoy, and I hope that you can get something out of this. Thanks for watching. Everyone, welcome to another episode of JourneyCast. We're here at the YXH Conference with a few special guests that we've been able to interview. My name is Levi, and this is my co-host.
I'm Alicia.
Today we're joined by Cade Thompson.
Hey y'all, good to be with you.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Welcome to Canada.
For the first time, right?
Time in Canada.
And you can't even see anything.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Is everything okay out there?
Yeah.
Not really.
It's not
Put on a
great.
fog machine out there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's a
Yeah,
not a
it's
great
pretty bad.
fog machine. Yeah.
No, doesn't smell like great.
It's pretty bad. Yeah.
Burns the lungs a little bit. Yeah.
It started out as a controlled burn and then got out of control.
It's always how it starts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's controlled, and then it gets a little out.
Yeah.
Campfire song about that. It only takes a spark.
Yeah.
No, that's not funny. Okay.
Yeah.
So welcome to Canada for real.
Yeah.
I heard you maybe got a welcome package with Canadian things in it.
I did.
Did you try any of it?
We did.
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you think?
We got some Lay's chips, ketchup.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Oof. Yuck.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those personally.
Not a fan?
No.
We got some good gummies.
Okay.
We got these things called sweeties.
Sweeties.
Smarties, maybe?
Smarties.
Yeah, because our Smarties are so different from yours. They're like chocolate,
Yeah,
right?
I'm excited because our Smarties
Yeah.
are way different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Do you like the powdery Smarties that are in
do.
America?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
great.
I don't
Have you
like
ever
those.
tried 'em?
Oh yeah, we call them Rockets here, but I don't like them. You guys like Rockets?
Rockets.
Not that great. Yeah, well, one of you. There you go. One of you.
Rockets have been around forever.
Yeah, Halloween candy
Yeah.
primarily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember how they're like little compacted sugar pellets, basically. And I remember like as a kid being like, oh, I have to take my medicine. But yeah, no, they're just sugar, straight sugar. You don't have those in the States, hey? No? Rockets?
Oh yeah, they
Okay.
just call them Smarties.
You call those Smarties.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Interesting.
So you're from South Dakota originally. So I've got a ton of family in North Dakota. So very close. Very close. Yeah.
Really close to Canada.
Yes.
I mean, the state of wet.
So I'm familiar with like that area primarily of America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
How-
Yeah, it's
how do
great.
you-
It's a
yeah.
great state. I love South Dakota. I was born in Joplin, Missouri.
Okay.
You probably didn't know where that's at. It's in the Midwest in America. And lived to Sioux Falls, South Dakota when I was 9 years old. And then moved from Sioux Falls, South Dakota to Nashville, Tennessee. Ever been to Nashville?
No.
Exactly. Nashville, Tennessee. Moved there when I was 18 years old.
Just back the mic off a little bit.
there we go.
Sorry.
There we go.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Tell us more.
getting
I know this is
excited.
exciting.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I just don't want it to peak.
Okay, tell us more.
Yeah, so I moved to Nashville when I was 18, right outside high school. I got an apartment. At that one time, I didn't have a record deal or anything. I was just trying to stay faithful to what I believed God had put in front of me. And a few months later, I ended up signing a record deal, and I've been down there ever since.
Very cool.
Wow. Yeah. So you said you were how old? Yeah. 18. Okay. Wow. So were
sorry.
you just naturally like, when did you get into music? Did you start just singing? Did you start playing? Like what?
I started singing, for as long as I can remember,
Yeah.
front porch, karaoke
Yeah.
in Missouri. And my preschool teacher, she actually heard me singing in class.
Okay.
She told my parents, hey, your kid can already sing harmonies. You might want to put him in some lessons.
Already.
And
Wow.
I was like 4 years old. And so they put me in some piano lessons, but I hated practice.
Oh yeah.
Hated practicing piano. And eventually I was like, Mom, I want to play guitar. And so I
Yeah.
kids too.
Yeah.
So I did start playing guitar when I was about 9, 10 years old. And from there, I got plugged into my youth group, which really worked for me.
Oh, yeah.
My mom, she was in ministry. She was a children's minister, youth minister. So I was already at the church all the time.
Yeah.
And I knew that was around the same time that my faith became real for me. And I started walking in a relationship with Jesus. And I just started serving at my local church and was formed by hard worship. And that's what kind of led me to that. Fast forward to when I was 14, I was filling in on Sunday mornings as a
Right.
filling guy.
Yeah.
When I was 16 years old, I went on my first ever tour.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Awesome.
How does that affect you when you're that age, finding that that amount of success in that industry when you're that young?
Yeah, I think at the time I didn't really know exactly what the future was going to hold. I was just trying to stay faithful to what God had placed in front of me.
Yeah.
And I think if I look back, I was where I'm at now. In the headspace, I probably would have overthought everything.
Right.
Like, but I just really just had that childlike faith. I was just going for whatever God had placed in front of me. There were a lot of moments where it's not been easy. I think it's easy to look at someone with a platform or a figure and it just happens overnight. It's been an easy journey. Alongside the call comes a sacrifice as well. From a very young age, I was doing different things than what my peers were doing in the middle school and high school years. And that came with the sacrifice, instead of going out to football games on Friday nights or parties or whatever, I was worshiping the Lord or doing different things, and I can honestly say that those were the moments that shaped me into who I am today.
Yeah. So at being in that age, you're in youth and you're making these decisions to commit yourself to this ministry. How did that affect like life at school and stuff? Like did you get picked on for that? How did you?
Yeah, it's super interesting. I mean, I went on my first tour, like I said, when I was 16. So I was a sophomore in high school. Yeah. And I had this opportunity, and I went to my principal, and I was like, hey, I just got this opportunity to go on tour. What do you think? And he was a believer.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So he supported that.
Yeah. So I actually ended up doing online classes through the public school systems. So like
while you're touring?
While I was touring.
Oh, wow.
So I had a very crazy schedule. Like my longest class in school was choir, That was fine for me. That loves it.
Yeah.
I was had 2 hours of choir every day. Which
wow. Anyways,
I digress. But I was really, really thankful for that. There was a lot of moments where I just was, it was a lot to have that different, going a different path and that they were calling Dirks. I kind of put the blinders up and was like, Lord, I'm just going to go where you want me to go. So, yeah.
That's awesome. So it really didn't have an effect on your social life in school then?
No, I mean, it definitely did. There was definitely moments where it came with sacrifice and everyone, knew what I was doing. And, but I just tried to surround myself with people that would push me towards Jesus.
I think that's important, right? Like just to have that support. Like it's easy to try and do those things on your own, but you need people who are pointing you towards Jesus. Because it gets so easy for whoever you surround yourself with. Like I know people like, oh, like I know they're not great people, but like I'm not letting what they do affect me. I'm like, it affects you. It's not really up to you whether it affects you or not. If you're going to spend time with those people, it's going to affect you.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I've been really enjoying your music. I really like your lyrics. Like I find like a lot of people, maybe rely really heavily just on like their sound, but like your lyrics are really solid and they really strongly point towards the Lord. Like I really appreciate that. Like as you're listening to it, like it's funny when your songs like all of a sudden you start singing about David, and I was like, oh, that's like he's throwing in like Bible heroes. Yeah. So like I got all excited. Like I like that your music is just like obviously about Jesus. So obviously it's also the title of like your album, but Empty Room was kind of a phenomenal idea because it's kind of like anti like celebrity culture in the sense, right? Like you're actually saying like turn off the lights. Like it's not about like all of this fancy stuff, right? Like it's just like all that God wants is like me and in an empty room. Like it doesn't need to be more than that. Can you talk a little bit about that? I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you so much. I really strive for that in all the music that I make. I think my whole everything in music started with me in middle school, just in my bedroom, just on my piano, on my guitar, just writing songs to the Lord, not trying to be heard, but trying to just serve the Lord and walk in obedience. And those were the moments that shaped my heart. And it did come with the calling and with the sacrifice, but that's why I am who I am today. And I think, I get asked the question a lot, how do you grow in your relationship with the Lord? And I think if we don't have the secret place or that time alone, it can be, 5 minutes a day, whatever it is. And it might be a little awkward at first, right?
Oh, it's right.
But if you're walking in relationship with somebody you never spend time with them, then that's not much of a relationship, is it?
Yeah.
And so Jesus wants to spend time with us. And so my encouragement to people who are listening right now is to go back to the secret place, to go back to the empty room and spend time with Jesus. And so like exactly what you're saying, we live in a very social media driven culture. We live in a platform culture. And I think if if we build our lives around a platform and people on a platform, then we're gonna die by that. But if we build our lives on Jesus as our cornerstone, as our anchor, then we can remain steadfast. We can remain faithful and fall in pursuit of Him in a world that is changing constantly.
Yeah, it's kind of been a theme in our youth group lately, like that Maverick City song, the Firm Foundation, and just like that. Because the storm will come. It's not like, I think it's easy to think that, oh no, I have Jesus in my life, I'm protected from that. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and it will come. What is your foundation? And how is it going to hold up during this time?
That's right.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Jesus doesn't say if you go through trouble. He says when you go through trouble.
When.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's good.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, sometimes when we go through trouble, we forget it's when, not if. And we think like, oh, if I'm a Christian, I'm not supposed to be going through hard times, right? But God never says that at all. I have a question for you, submitted from the group here.
Yes.
What is your favorite song that you have written?
Favorite song I've written. It changes like every day for me. I would probably say the song called See You Soon that is really deep on my new album. And I had this idea for the song, to write this song. There was this point in time in my life, about a year and a half ago, there was a lot of people that were losing loved ones in their life, and walked into the writing session this day, and the other writer in the room, I had this idea and I shared it with him. He said, this is crazy because a week ago, my mom just passed away.
Wow.
And this is his first time writing this song ever since that had happened. And this song is all about the hope as followers of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's not goodbye, it's I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I think it's important to try and have that mindset. It's we just, had someone in from our church community who is very close to a lot of people pass on, and it's like but they were suffering, right? So it's like it's a weird way to think, like I'm glad they're not suffering anymore. And but to know like I'm going to see them again, because it's like, I know, it's so cool to be able to think of it that way and from that mindset.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah, that's probably my favorite song ever. So
what we talked a bit with Aaron Boyd, who we had on the last one, about his songwriting process. I'm curious about yours.
Yeah.
I mean, like Alicia was saying, lyrically, you that's one of your strengths. Do you start with the lyrics, or do you start with the melody? What is your process with that?
Yeah, every song is a little bit different for me. A lot of my songs on my new album were birthed in my empty room in that room on this piano, and a lot of my songs start with stories. There's stories of people that I meet in life, stories in my life. But they're always, for me, have to be a main idea, a main hook for something that I can base the song around, and then everything just kind of happens from there. Yeah. A lot of times it starts with titles, song titles. I have a whole note section in my phone of titles and
voice memos and stuff.
So many voice memos every day. So, yeah, that's how it starts for me.
Cool.
I remember hearing a story one time. I think it was Nathan Finocchio. He was saying that they're in New York City, and they got mugged, and this guy had like a bunch of worship song ideas on his voice memos on his phone, but he got his phone stolen. And it's like, and like the phone is useless because it's all locked up, right? Like he's never going to be able to use that phone for anything, but it's like all these voice memos of all these ideas. Like imagine I'm sure you got some ideas on your phone. Right. Yeah. Right. But just like that would be horrible. Yeah.
You got the cloud though, so I can
okay. Yeah, as long as you're synced and backed up, for the cloud, yeah. What's the? I know I have one friend. He said he wrote a song one time on like just a drive. Like, what's the quickest one that's just come to you?
Well, I've never heard the song on a drive.
No, it's a short song, granted, but
just like at least pull over.
Well, I had the opposite of that. There was actually a song on my new album. We had 7 rewrites.
Oh wow!
Yeah, 7 rewrites, which took a lot of time. Yeah. But I was fighting for the song. The label's like, no, I think this needs change, and I'm like, oh, I think this needs change, and blah, blah, blah. So that was 7 rewrites. There was a couple songs that had been written in like an hour. Whereas all was great.
Yeah.
Okay, Okay. So as someone who very clearly sings about Jesus, like you're not hiding it. Like I don't listen to it and I'm like, is that about, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's like, is this about like a relationship?
It's just a
or
love
is
song
this,
to someone.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it actually is hard to tell, but like your lyrics are so obvious. Do you find that you receive a lot of pressure like within your industry to not sing about Jesus? Like, do you get offers from people who would rather, I don't know. Do you ever?
Yeah, no, I would say being in the Christian industry, it's pretty much I can be as open about Jesus as I want, which is
Awesome.
incredible. I'm so
Yeah,
glad that.
awesome.
I was raised on Christian music and Christian radio, and I really have a heartbeat to speak to this next generation in a way that is relatable to tell them about Jesus and to bridge that gap. So that's my vision for what.
Did you have role models like within the Christian music industry that like?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Take any guesses, and yep, since I'm with it.
Oh no.
I don't know.
Come on.
Any guesses?
Any guesses?
I want to guess Toby Mac. Yeah, really?
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Okay. All right. Who else?
Oh no. You did great there.
Yeah.
That was good.
I feel like he's been around for so long,
It's true, but he's still cool. I think.
but he's like
I like him.
he's
Toby. Love you.
he hasn't given he hasn't just like retired. He's like, no, I want to keep doing this.
Yes.
Yeah.
He still has his
I
heart.
remember the
for it.
DC Talk days. I Am Free. You know that song, I Am Free? Or is that's DC Talk, right?
I don't think that is.
No? Is
No.
that Newsboys? Oh,
There you
I'm
go.
Sorry.
Yeah, no.
See, I'm guilty of that too. I'm guilty of that too.
Jesus
I
Freak.
always get them
Jesus
mixed up.
Freak was my jam.
Newsboys and DC Talk. Michael Tate's fault. I used to run around when I was a kid to be like, I am 3. And my mom's like, no, that's not what that song is, Levi. I am 3. Why is he 3, Mom? Yeah. So what kind of support did you get from like people like Toby and you know?
Yeah, it's been really cool. I've been able to do some shows with Toby.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Phil Wickham.
Oh yeah.
We listened to him in our earbuds.
You know multi-track? Like you can select who you want to cue you for the next track. Like so be like verse 3, 4. You
yeah,
can
for
pick
real. His
Phil
voice,
Wickham.
yeah, he counts us in. It's great.
I'm like, hey, let's put Phil on the team this morning.
It's an option now, you know.
I think Meredith Andrews too. It like comes with like if you get like, you know, Living Hope, it's like, hey, here's the Phil Wickham voice cues for you too. I don't know why. It's goofy.
I don't like that.
It's goofy. Yeah, it's weird, right? It's
No,
funny
I like
to me,
it. It's
though.
the greatest.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Shout out, Phil, if you're watching that. Like, that's awesome.
Very encouraging.
Respect.
Yeah. It sounds like, I mean, you can't tell it's anyone different because it's just like verse
Right.
3,
Yeah.
4. You know,
Maybe
like,
he would do like the Siri voice next. You know what I mean? You can like adjust to what you want to hear. You know, like Phil Wickham.
yeah, you can do that. Oh,
AI
there's a
has
new
gone
thing
too
on
far.
the next iPhone update. There's like this thing where you can for like older people, you can like record your voice. So if you ever lose your voice, you can still like use it. It's right? It's weird. You got this look on your face like I would never. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
getting weird out there.
it's
y'all.
too far.
It's getting weird.
It's getting
There's
weird.
a lot of
Yeah.
weird stuff.
Yeah.
We have another question for you. How did you find out about this conference?
Well,
Got a phone
Did
call
we
from your
hunt you?
manager.
yeah, I was just searching the web for all the best conferences in Canada.
Yeah. With the least amount of smoke.
Yeah, where there's no smoke in the air at all.
It's actually really beautiful here.
Yeah.
That means it's beautiful minus the smoke.
The sky is normally blue. I promise you.
I believe
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Not today,
I
though.
got a call to
Yeah.
do this, and I was like, yes, I'm in.
Yeah.
Love to go to Canada and
Absolutely.
stuff.
Yeah, no trouble at the border.
Nope. They asked what we're doing. We said, play a show. There it is.
Yeah.
Tell people about Jesus.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Get this man through. Yeah.
Yeah, what can we tell them about Canada? I don't know. Sometimes when I go down to like the States, I come back with an accent. Like I say my O's funny when I come back, like North Dakota. Like, I don't know. All my relatives kind of do that. No, we don't say that. We just say O's. We're supposed to say O's.
North
But
Dakota.
when I like North Dakota, Minnesota.
Do I have a Canadian accent to you?
Yeah, what does that sound like?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, we like it. You say crazy things that we don't say, you know, like you say semi instead of semi.
We say semi truck.
Yeah.
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 A Sandy truck. What's
Yeah.
that?
And you say like
Sandy truck?
root
Semi.
beer and rough.
What
and
is a Sammy?
we say roof
like a
and
semi.
root beer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like the new Tesla semi truck.
Oh,
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
you can
Semi-truck,
try out
yeah.
our new lingo while you're here.
Yeah.
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 You can ask for a root beer instead of a root beer, right? Yeah, that's what you call it. Root beer. Yeah.
I call it root beer.
We've brought Canada down to the States.
Did you call it ret beer?
No, my mom did though, from North Dakota. We used to tease her about it.
Though.
No, it was not.
I'm lost. What else? What else? Tell the root dude out this.
Roof. We
Rough,
say roof instead
yeah.
of rough.
Yeah.
Get the rough fixed.
Another one that.
rough.
You don't say rough?
I say root.
I think there's some people in the States that say rough.
Oh yeah, all the time.
That's pretty rough that they say rough.
Okay, I'm fairly certain this one's like a fact. If you don't know this one, I'm like, I give up. But like, so I have aunties, who are like offended because I call them auntie. Because here we call them aunties.
Yeah.
And they're like, that sounds like I'm an ant that you're going to squish. They make me call them auntie. But I,
I can't tell if you're like that strange who says that
Are
or
you
I
talking
say
about
that.
ants or aunts?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
See?
ants that you squish eater.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Like
we...
your mother's
that's
your
what we-
mother's sister is your auntie.
Yeah, we call them ants.
I call. I don't know what
Like
I
we call
them.
uncles.
You're like, I don't know what my words are anymore.
Yeah.
Give
Okay,
up.
how do you say BAG?
Beg.
Bag?
Big.
What do you
Call it
say?
big?
Bag.
Bag.
Bag?
Bag.
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 I got it in the bag. Not the
Bag.
big. The bag.
It's funny though, like even across Canada, it's different. So like if you talk about like crayons for coloring, right?
Oh, yeah.
But like out in like Ontario, they call them crayons.
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 Or like if
Crayons,
you've got
yeah.
like a bunch
Crayons.
of people who get along like it's a clique or whatever. Out there, they call them cliques. I don't know. Or they put Y's where they shouldn't be, like pants and sand and camp. I like those. I make fun of those a lot.
I worked with this one. I used to do electrical, and I worked with this one guy who is like from like middle Saskatchewan, and it's like I don't know if it's like a bit of a Newfie accent, but he always kind of talked like this. You know, oh, gonna go back home for the weekend and play hockey over the weekend. Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds like Canada.
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
man.
And I would pick it up. I would start like talking like that, and I'd
Yeah.
go home like, oh, what is this?
You start saying A after everything, eh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Eh?
Okay, here we go. We have
Sorry.
2 questions now.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that, eh?
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, we got the airplane. They said, so sorry.
Oh, that's real. We say that all of the
Yeah.
time.
I catch myself saying that. I'm
We're
like, what?
very polite up here.
My gosh.
Yeah. Even
Yeah.
even sometimes if you hurt
Yeah,
us, we'll
maybe,
say
yeah.
sorry for being in your way.
So I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah. Yeah, you should come to Canada.
It's a little more of a you in the sorry. Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, Cade.
Yeah.
If you could learn
It's already happening.
He's one of us.
One of
Excellent.
us.
Yes. Okay. If you could learn another instrument, what would it be? What can you currently play? What all can you do? You
Well,
mentioned
I can play acoustic guitar, play guitar a little bit, piano, used to drum in middle school. I sing.
there's not much left, really.
Can't play banjo.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Can you play the bagpipes?
Can't play bagpipes.
I play everything.
I know. Those two would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Okay. What is your favorite hockey team? You don't like hockey?
No.
Oh, okay. 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 Drum roll.
Nashville Predators. Go Preds.
Anyone opposed
I
to
mean,
that?
no one has booed you, so
No?
you're
Well, there's
okay.
a few
But the
upset
same
faces.
faces, like-
Yeah, we got a girl here who's upset about it.
Go
Yeah.
Flames. I love Cowboys.
What's your team? Oilers? Yeah.
Oilers? Is that?
That's Edmonton.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Calgary. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Flames. Yeah.
Calgary Flames, yeah.
Edmonton's about 6 hours away.
They've had so many turnover. I don't follow sports, so I don't care.
Big sports guy. Not at all.
Yeah, I used to cheer for the Canucks, and then I just stopped.
One of our youth leaders is a big fan of the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, die hard.
Yeah.
Like takes great
I
offense
saw a bunch
to
of memes that
any
they made it
comments
to
about it at all.
the second round, and there's like all these memes about how surprised they are. Yeah.
Okay, this is good. I don't know what this really means. It just says, "What about bottle of water?" He's like, "What? Sorry? Oh, how do you? Oh no, how do you say that? What are you holding?" So it's the same.
Bottle of water.
Okay, but you might. I'm just going to hand you this one
Bottle.
and just have you read it for yourself,
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
so I don't accidentally.
Came down here from Australia.
I won't accidentally screw this up if
Down
you read it
under.
yourself.
Down under there, mate. Close. So, yes. How do you say car keys?
Oh, that sounded the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who
I
think
think
it
that's
funny?
Boston.
Boston.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I got my
yeah.
khakis and my khakis. wearing some khakis. I got my khakis and my khakis.
My khakis and my
Yeah.
khakis.
Yeah.
That was good. Levi's actually very good at impressions.
Yeah. Have you met Aaron yet? Party?
Aaron Party.
He's got the Newfie accent. I can do pretty.
He's pretty good at them.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay. We have so many questions for you. How
Yeah.
old were you when you wrote your first song?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think it was like 12 years old.
Yeah.
Nice.
How long did it take you?
7 years. A very long time.
Yeah.
It was like a paraphrased version of the Bible verse Psalm 150.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Good
That's
for
a
you.
great place to
So the
start.
first song you wrote, I'm picturing you like being 12 and like writing about like your dog or.
Yeah, no. I was writing down the scripture. It was really just me putting the melody to the words that were already written.
Nice.
I mean, he did a pretty good
He
job.
did pretty
Yeah.
decent.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. A lot to work with there.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
They'll tell you about it.
I'm curious though. What I mean, I don't, this is gonna sound rude, but was it good? Was it,
Of
no.
course, it wasn't good
No?
enough. No, I was 12 years old. I don't remember it.
Yeah. Oh, you never published it or anything? Hey, no.
Not saved
So
forever.
What did you do to get like really good at songwriting? Like, did you take like the books you read? What was like? What's
Were
your
you asked if I took lessons?
No. But like, what's your
That would be
advice?
cool. They did like songwriting lessons.
What's your advice for someone who wants to do songwriting? Where should they start? How did you progress? Was it just repetition? Like, what did you do?
Yeah, I mean, songwriting is a muscle for sure. I think
Yeah.
it's a muscle that has to be worked out. For me, I went to a songwriting camp when I was 14.
Oh, nice.
So just being able to be around other incredible writers was a big help for me.
Yeah.
That's what got my feet up.
Bounce ideas off them.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got this idea. What should I do with it?
Yeah, so that was a lot of co-writing, but then I would take what I learned there and brought it back home and started writing myself. So, yeah.
Does everything have to rhyme?
No, it doesn't. Actually, I hope it does.
Can you rhyme with orange? No. I remember hearing, what song was that? It was a Matt Maher song, and he was like telling this story about like how he showed his mentor this song he was working on. Oh, what song was it? But he's like, I don't know why this song isn't working. I don't know what to do with it. And he's like, just flip the verse and the chorus. And he flipped it around and he's like, oh, that makes so much sense. I can't remember what song it is now. But yeah, it's just like sometimes just like simple things like that, you know, like, yeah.
Okay. Where was the craziest place that you went on tour?
Craziest places.
Madison Head, Alberta.
This is the greatest. He
There's
just
this
doesn't know
one
it
time
yet.
when I went to this youth conference
Yeah.
in Canada.
Asking you weird
It
questions
was
about car keys.
crazy.
Yeah.
It just all these infractions. Then where's the craziest place? This is Ben, everybody. Ben Jones. Plays
Ben.
drums for me. He's on the pod. You can't see him if you're watching it.
Yeah.
I just call it a pod. I felt really cool.
Yeah.
That we call it
Yeah.
doing the pod.
Yeah.
Anyways, I mean, where's the craziest place you played, Ben? Ben has been with me for 4 years. He's about to get married, y'all. You can clap that.
Congratulations, Ben.
I'm biased. I'm a little nervous putting him on the spot here. Let's see what you get. I'm biased, but Austin, Texas is the greatest place we've ever played. He's from Texas. Y'all know where Texas is?
Yeah.
So it was awesome because it was home.
It wasn't home. It's just anytime you're in Texas, it's a great concert. That was the most Ben Jones answer. I'd probably disagree with him. No, you would. You will. I was in Texas. I played my first sold-out show a few months ago.
Oh,
And
congratulations.
it was in my hometown. It was in Amy. So fun.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Have you toured outside the U.S. before or just in the U.S.?
I've been to Malta, which is south of Italy.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Before Canada.
Wow.
It's sad, but
Yeah.
it happened.
Wow.
Been to Germany.
Oh, nice.
I want to go to Australia.
Yeah.
I'll go down them.
Just be careful of the spiders and
Yeah.
stuff. down
Everything
there.
wants to kill you there.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
I've never been, but
That's what they say.
yeah.
All right, we got some more questions. These are good. You guys are fun. Give it up for yourselves.
What is your favorite movie?
Well,
That's a tough question to answer.
It is a
hey?
tough question. I don't even know that I can answer it.
I don't watch a lot of movies, yo.
Yeah.
so don't judge me.
That's okay.
I'm trying to think what was the last movie I just saw. Oh, it's actually good. The last movie I saw was a movie called Jesus Revolution.
Oh,
I haven't seen it yet. I heard it's amazing.
Really,
though.
really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's in theaters here.
I'm
It was, yeah.
I like growing up, I was like, there's some Christian movies that would come out and I'd watch them like, oh, this is so
painful.
campy and corny.
Kirk Cameron
And
is in all of them.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But they've gotten better over the years. Like they're like, this one sounded like amazing. And like my dad isn't into movies and he was like, oh, it was great. I liked it. I was like, oh wow, that's
You know,
saying something.
Kirk Cameron and I have a complicated relationship because I had a coworker who was like leaving youth ministry and she was going to become a teacher. All I wanted was a signature, dear Kristen, good luck or whatever, right? So I like have my explicit instructions in there and I sent the picture to be signed. I paid the postage, everything comes back and it says, best wishes, Alicia, Kirk. He wrote it to me.
It must
I
have been a
can't gift
Friday
that
at
anymore.
4 p.m.
I was
just
pretty
trying to
mad
get it
about
done.
that. It was a lot of work to make happen.
Kurt's
And
a
then,
friend of mine, so I'll have to text him for
yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Actually,
I would like to restore this friendship, you know, like I tried
Kurt-
for an autograph.
Kurt, you got to make this. He didn't read the notes. So
He
he's
has
not
to
going
make it
remember.
right. Yeah, it just says it's to me, you know,
Yeah.
which is
Come on.
fine. I'm glad he likes me. Speaking of things people like and don't like, do you like waffles or pancakes?
Oh,
This is an important question.
yeah.
Give
At
it
the
a
hotel.
day.
Yeah.
Is it different? Maple syrup on it?
It's actually really great.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It's probably still like fake, but yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's
bagel.
Fake
I'm just
syrup.
doing that.
Yeah.
bagel.
You go in. Next question, please.
Okay. This is a high pressure question. Can you sing something like right now?
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was fairly demanding.
Let's try it now.
You don't have to. You don't want to.
You guys ready for the concert?
Oh yeah.
You sing for an hour.
You just have to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just you'll get it. You'll get it.
Just come tonight. Come tonight. Yeah.
It's week great.
Yeah. You got to keep that voice. I was like last night. I was like, I don't know, during worship, I was like giving it, and I was like, oh, I got to be careful. I got to do 2 podcasts tomorrow.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't want to lose my voice.
Were you guys leading worship last night?
No. I was just
We
like
were just singing. We were
singing,
excited.
like in
Yeah.
the audience. Yeah.
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 A lot of them, we had a lot of kids lose voices during Peabod. I guess we have a lot of
Oh,
up and coming rappers in our midst.
Yeah.
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 One of not a rap.
No.
He's like, nah.
No.
Neither do I. You don't want to see that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Got another question.
This started at youth camp. I'll give you some context as to why this question even exists. So our kids were sitting around and this really controversial question started.
You may have heard this before.
Because they just were not sure.
This has been a heated debate.
What do you think it is?
Just go ahead.
Okay. The question is, when you think of the world, are there more wheels or doors in the world? And we've had arguments about this, so you have to take this seriously.
Think about this. So here's
I've
some
never thought of
context.
this question.
Here's some. Well, you haven't heard about this,
most
eh?
people have
I'm
not
not going
thought
to
of
end with
this.
the question like, is water wet?
Oh yeah. So here's the thing.
Yes.
Yeah, you're still stuck on that one. It just said. So like, is it heaven?
If you were to guess who's the biggest tire producer in the world, who would you guess?
Trying to cheat for you out there.
No.
What's that one with the dude?
The Michelin Man?
That's what I thought
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
I think that's
It's not,
probably up
though.
there. It's not. It's not who you would think.
No,
Lego.
Yeah.
They make the most tires.
it's true.
Not for life-sized vehicles,
Yeah, just.
for little vehicles, but they make the most tires.
And then what is a wheel? Is it like a gear?
Yeah. Is it anything circular?
Yeah.
Is this a wheel?
No.
Like,
No,
just 'cause
it's
it
not.
rolls, right? You
I
have
mean-
to define what a wheel is.
Right. Yeah. It's complicated.
Is it something?
Yeah. You know, like a cabinet door,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
is a drawer a
This is
door? I don't know.
This cabinet here, yeah.
I'm gonna go with wheels.
Yeah.
That's what I think too. Because
Yeah.
when you also think about like Lego and then Hot Wheels, and then every vehicle too, it adds up.
What do you guys think? Shout out. What?
Wheels? You
I
team
say
wheels?
doors because
Any
it's
doors here?
controversial.
Tyler's doors, yeah.
I'll be doors. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys look like Doors people.
Oh. Okay, we got to wrap this up. Thanks, Cade. No. Yeah. I told him no heated hot topics.
Yeah,
oh,
you
guys.
this whole conversation.
So you might get canceled for this. Yeah.
Man.
Yo, thanks for hanging out today.
Yeah.
That's so fun. I really don't know how to end the podcast. Really like, wow, wheels in doors.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. What other questions can we ask you?
Yeah.
How often do you get to see your family?
A fairly good amount. I see my parents probably once every couple months, so it's pretty awesome. They still live in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Oh, nice.
But they come down to Nashville a lot.
Yeah. What's one thing you've been seeing God doing that's been on your heart lately?
Yeah, I've seen God do a lot lately. I've been traveling a lot. I'm on the road basically every weekend.
That's got to get tiring.
It is, yeah. But I love it, man.
Yeah.
I love people, and I love seeing what God's doing in the world. You know,
You're passionate enough about it that you can put up with that sacrifice, right?
yeah, absolutely, man. It makes it so worth this year, so worth this. But, I think we're living in very interesting times in our culture. I think media is social media and everything is trying to distract us with the narrative that God is not moving, that God is not working. But I believe that God is doing something so special, and talks about in Isaiah, behold, I am doing a new thing. I believe that God is doing a new thing in this generation. I believe he's going to use different avenues to reach people. He's going to use different ways of reaching people in a beautiful way.
Yeah.
And so I just want to encourage you, like, maybe sometimes you don't see it or feel it or even believe it. The God is weaving, I promise you, he is.
Yeah.
And
I think that's that narrative, right? Like you said in social media, like to make us feel like we're alone in this, that we're isolated, that we're not the one, like that you're like, hey, you're doing this on your own. Why try, And but there's, God is doing things, and it might not be popping up on social media or might not be a viral thing, but it's happening.
Yeah.
We can be a part of that.
Yeah. This month I've actually, I'm going to show this commentary, but I've been on social media and just having some teams helping out with stuff.
Right.
But it's been so freeing because I've really been able to see people in real life in front of me
And be present.
and be present.
Yeah.
And
Do you find that muscle memory on your phone?
I did for the first week.
Yeah.
Now I don't.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's really beautiful. So I don't know. Encourage you to take some time.
Yeah.
And just clear up the noise. There's so much noise and so much distraction in our culture. And just see what happens.
I did that a few years ago for Lent. I was just like, I don't know, someone was saying something about what they were giving up for Lent, and it really convicted me. I was like, what is one thing that I can give up? And I remember at the time I was like, I was an electrician, and I was trying to do side work and like video and stuff. And I was like, man, I was always like complaining. I'm like, I just don't have enough time in the week. And then I was like, just in the settings on Instagram, and I saw that I was like spending like 40 minutes on average a day on Instagram, which like maybe for some of you that's a lot or not that much. But I was like, that's 40 minutes that I'm wasting on just scrolling. And so I took it off for Lent, and
How
it
was your mental health?
Yeah, it was
Like better, right?
It's way better. It makes a huge difference. And I almost didn't go back to using it again. I think I talked this about on an episode before, but I was like, I just reframed why I was there. Like I'm on here just to share with friends, who I don't see all the time. What I'm up to, some interesting stuff. Not here to get likes and stuff, but it's it was very helpful. Very highly encourage you guys to give that a try. Yeah,
Awesome.
Okay. What is one regular, boring fact about you that people wouldn't expect?
There's a lot of words. Regular.
boring fact.
It makes me think a little bit about, you ever see those magazines about celebrities where they take a picture of them shopping and they're like, they're just like us. They carry baskets.
It's like
I've always liked that. Yeah.
Regular orange facts.
Yeah.
Proof. I can go a lot of directions with this. Well, do y'all know what Target is?
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
We once did.
We tried.
They left us.
It was not like American Target though.
No, they tried to sell us products that weren't American with the same label.
Yeah. And the prices were the prices
lame.
were bad. The selection was not the same. It was
lame.
Yeah.
Okay, well, just think of an American Target.
Yeah.
They're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I do enjoy just like Sunday if I'm back in town.
Yeah.
I kind of have like a lot of things to do. So I'm on the road so much.
Yeah.
The first day I get back in town,
Yeah.
I do these things to make it feel like I'm back home. You know?
Right.
So
Get back into that routine.
yeah, I go to my favorite coffee shop. And grab off the coffee. To see some branded. Hit Target up, grab me groceries for a few days. Yeah,
Yeah.
regular, just boring.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that.
You have
like
to get
that.
your own groceries. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have to do that for him.
On the road, maybe.
Yeah.
On the road.
Yeah.
This is a statement, not a question. I don't know if someone wants to own up to having written this. Leafs are better than Nashville.
Oh,
I don't know.
some trash talk.
It's a little trash
I forgive
talk, yeah.
you. There's grace.
Especially the lights someday. Just kidding.
Are you excited for tonight?
So excited.
Yeah.
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 Can't wait.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it too. It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably even more now.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I actually know who this guy is now.
I'll ask you an uncomfortable question then because you wanted to prolong this and you can't stop me now. Yeah. So you wrote a song to your future wife. How's that going?
Well, I'm still singing the song, guys. I'll always be singing that song.
Yeah.
But, no, I'm still single and just trying to be the best man I can be every day.
I have to imagine that's a weird part of celebrity culture. It's like you start touring and now all of a sudden you write a song like that, and then you end up with do you end up with a lot of weird messages?
Yes.
Yeah. Has God ever clearly told someone that you were going to marry them?
God told me to tell you. Yeah.
Told them, not me. Yes.
Yeah.
No, it is cool. We don't play that song a lot now.
Yeah.
In that first season, it was kind of a distraction. It's like, oh, everyone and their mother's trying to send it with their daughter at every show.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never thought about that. You're right, actually. Yeah, that would motivate some moms. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really the moms,
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. Do you have questions about Canada?
Okay.
Oh, we should.
How cold does it get? Well, y'all are...
It's very cold. Yeah.
It doesn't.
Oh yeah. How does
matter
that translate?
when it gets to -40? It meets again.
-40.
Celsius and Fahrenheit are the same.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it gets to -40?
Is on occasion with the wind chill. Yeah.
Not. It's like that's rare.
Yeah.
Like
this
that's
past
one
winter,
really bad day.
Yeah. This past winter was not that bad.
I
feel like it. Let's see here. Let me just do some conversion. What would you say it was like probably like -25?
There's a lot of misconceptions in America about Canada.
That's like 13
There's
Fahrenheit.
so many. Like we don't ride moose. It's a bad life choice. No one does that.
I never thought that. I never thought that.
We don't live in
I've-
igloos.
I
No,
didn't think that either.
Yeah.
we don't ride. I mean, sled dogs are a thing way up north, I guess, but that's like you have to really go for that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not a commonplace thing. People in British Columbia don't have British accents. Yeah.
It's not British or Colombian at all.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Okay, that's new for me.
We used to have this really funny guy who would like go down to America, like on behalf of Canada, and interview Americans because he thought it was funny.
Oh, Rick Mercer.
And like some of the stuff that came out of there was really great. Like he actually had people convinced that Canada was working off a 22-hour clock. And so he was getting Americans to congratulate us on like now having a 24-hour clock. It was really funny. Convinced people that are like important like buildings were like melting because they're built out of ice. People were like concerned for us.
Some of them I wonder, I'm like, are they just like, hey, leave me alone? Yeah, sure, whatever.
I
or
liked
are
the
they
tricky
actually leaving
ones.
it?
Like most Canadian kids can't name all of the states in Canada, but we don't have states, we have provinces. So it's a trick question, you know?
Tricky.
How many provinces do you have?
I don't even know the answer to that anymore. You guys know that? You're in school. There you go. This is conflicting answers. 13? 13? Territories.
Okay.
There you go.
I can't say all 50 states. So.
Yeah. I know 2 of them are connected, so.
There's a song.
Yeah.
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas. You know that?
No. It reminds me of the Bible
Arkansas,
song, though.
Stevie? No. Okay.
That's how we learned the books of the Bible. You know, music. It's impactful.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I'm assuming this is what this says. What is your least favorite song? Is that what it's supposed to say? What is your least favorite song? Is there a song that you just can't stand? Hopefully it's not your own.
All the like, just kidding.
Is that any song? Yeah. I mean, like that Baby Shark song is sometimes.
Do you know what? That song saved my life so many times, though, with my nephew. You know, he's like screaming. You just play that and it gets really quiet. I'm like, I love this song.
That's fair.
Context, you know?
Yeah. It's true.
Probably go on that.
What's the song that gets under your Baby Shark? Yeah.
Don't sing it.
Yeah.
I know. That's a temptation. You tell people you don't like and they go for it.
Don't do it.
I told a student that I didn't enjoy spiders. And now at least once a day, it seems, I get Instagram messages from her with spider videos.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Rude.
It is terrible.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's like music you're listening to that's not like Christian? Secular, you could say.
I listen to a lot of different stuff, man.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff to keep it fresh for my music style.
Yeah.
A lot of pop stuff. One Republic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've been listening to the new Jonas Brothers records.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty great.
Yeah.
You know, never heard of Jonas Brothers.
I have. We have heard of them up here, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't really listen to Taylor Swift. Sorry if anyone.
Any classic kind of like old school bands at all, or
U2.
U2? Yeah. Yeah. They're old now.
But you still probably didn't love it when they put their music on your phone. Everyone's still mad
do you
about
remember
that.
album?
Everyone's still mad about
My
that.
dad was weirded out by that because it's like, it's a weird album art, and he's like, "What is this on my phone?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, dude."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta be pretty influential for that.
Yeah. There's some people that were annoyed by that though. Yeah.
Other than yourself, who is your favorite artist?
It's hard to just say.
I like the clarification of other than yourself, because you would immediately say, "Oh, I'm my favorite." Yeah.
We're going to talk about humility next.
Yeah.
Have you ever read the Book of James?
Yeah. Going through it right now at church.
Yeah, we are.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would probably say, as a whole, I love Ben Rector. He has standard that is.
Yes, I do. Yeah. No, he disagreed. He's
Sounds
good.
familiar, but yeah. What song would I know from Ben?
That I don't know I could say, but I know him.
What song? Like, what's his?
30,000 feet. Big song is. You find it. Your thoughts are closed.
Probably. Yeah. Cool.
So we always ask at the end of a podcast if you have advice.
Good challenge to take away. Give our listeners.
Mm-hmm. What life advice could you pass on? What do you want the next generation to hear or know, or whatever comes to mind?
Especially someone too, like if they're pursuing music, what would be your advice for them?
You know, I think it's always easy, especially for my personality, that wish I was somewhere else. Like, wish I was further along, or wish that this certain success would happen, or whatever, you know? And I think my biggest encouragement would be to just focus on where you're at in the moment and focus on being obedient to where God has placed you and where you're playing it right now, and steward that well. Yeah. I think that when you steward the moments well that you're in, God sees that, and you know, it continues to expand your territory. And sometimes those are tests of like, okay, how are you gonna handle this moment that might seem little right now, but they're preparing for the future. So that would be my encouragement.
I can trust you with bigger things then. Yeah.
Awesome.
Cade, thanks so much for doing this.
Thank you very much.
We're excited for tonight, for the concert. It'll be great. Yeah. Yeah.
So
excited to worship
fun.
with you.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Cade.
Thanks, Cade.
We'll see you later.
See you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.